You're a fool. Fool to Jake. He could have pushed you. That's my art signature. That's fraud.
And then the day before, somebody makes me a fucking fake Twitter account. Lord Stephen Christ, Infinite Plane Society, Mark Sargent. These guys are all connected. Kyle's telling me 100% legit. IPS is 100% legit. Meanwhile, Kyle linked to George, Canada. Weird, creepy fucking blood sacrifice in your apartment. So you tell me how this isn't a fucking cult. Masonic. Creepy.
You also
cult.
You also misrepresented yourself. I'm telling Jake, you are naive. He was in Vegas, and he's like, I don't trust this guy. Next thing you know, he's in the apartment with him, and the guy's like, oh, he could explain us all he wants. Jake is just into the money and the view counts. That's it. Jake the fake. Jake the fake. You know, you should have been very careful, Jake. I mean, with a name like that, and rhymes with fake, I mean, it is the new F word. Right, Jake? I called that too. You know, this is really, I mean, I go, you're a fool. He could have pushed you. Flat Earth Asshole, or Flat Earth Association, or Jake Gibson, or Jack Parsons, or IPS. He could have said, I'm Jack Parsons, I'm working with Math Powerland, an artist that blew the whistle on all this. He could have said that. He's sitting there as an artist, using my artist name. That's fraud. This is a Masonic gang-up. This is a Masonic gang-up that goes to a guy in Vancouver, that goes to a guy in Montreal, that goes to a guy in the UK, that goes to a guy in Colorado. They're ganging up, folks. And that's why I didn't associate with any of them, because I always was waiting for the gang up. The only way that this could be done is if there was a secret organization that had members around the world. And he's in his apartment because he needs a place to stay, but he's absorbed him. Now, I don't agree with this. I'm done. You can have your zombie and your satanic art and say that I'm just trying to talk about abortion and Satanism with your goofy, ugly paintings. And you know what? You've all failed. You have no discernment. Oh, he's an actor. He's an artist. It's like, folks, the guy just took my art name and went on TV without my consent. Oh, he's explaining what he did, but not to me. Jake the fake. Jake, you're done. You just joined Eric Dubé, Mark Sargent, Thomas McCoy. You're done, dude. You used me to make your view counts like Dubé did it. And now I know this because you don't get your stuff blocked. You don't get people unsubbed. I do. So who's the real McCoy? Who's the real McCoy, people? You know, you all deserve to get what you're about to get. You know, I've talked this over with my wife, and I guess they're pushing me in that situation where I write the report and I basically do this in the intelligence circles and then give it in. But yeah, they got to my ego. I guess they did get to my ego. I think what got to my ego here is everyone in the community who doesn't have a fucking scruple or even one marble rolling back in that thick bony skull of yours, that you fell for all these fakes. Go to hell. All of you. Like, burn in hell. I hold the keys. And FEMA is Flat Earth Mental Asylum. That's what it is. So they did it. They pushed my ego into a corner where I'm going to turn my back on everybody because I put the shirts on everybody. Those who bought a shirt, okay, you're my fan. You're the fans. All you got to do is say, I'm just a fan of this artist. And Dominic Michel going around saying, no, he's just an actor. It was all for selling shirts. It was all for, he's just, you know, it was a shtick. He was like George Carlin. He never meant it. You won too, you little witch, with your little pyramid and eye tattoos that triangulate with the other members. Little Eastern Star girl, aren't you? Right? With the Masons? Right? And Kyle out in, you got your shirts too. You can say you're a fan, buddy. While you use like Lucifer Tim on your soundtrack, who leaves me like a message on my channel. I work for the BBC. I have access with all the equipment, music equipment, musicians and artists and actors and budget that I'll ever need to take you down. And you use his music on your thing. None of you practice any kind of like. You can say I'm paranoid. I'm very smart, but the problem is you weren't. And now they push me in this corner. I'm disgusted. I was alone for like years, you know? It was so bad that I actually had to tell you your painting, your photos of Earth were paintings, and you weren't getting it. That you never had that point of view. And I had this whole curriculum for like years. I had this whole curriculum for years. Jake is not even answering. He's not even calling. He's a perp. I got used, and you guys all saw it, and now you're still going to go with it. Because you're jealous. Why? Because I'm really good with my hand, because I worked really hard at training my eye and like spotting a lie, and I warned you, but you turned your back on me. Like you nailed Jesus. You know why you nailed Jesus? Because when Jesus came, you thought he was the devil. That's why you nailed him. You nailed Christ because you thought he was the devil. You wouldn't know Jesus if you spat in your face and you started to see again. All you Christians are worse than Satanists. And you sycophant Masons, you Baal worshippers, and how you came in to contain us, all they need to do is remove me, buy time, make it look crazy. Once they remove me for about 5-6 years, and it goes away, and then it's back to some other staged event to sell their fucking cartoon globe. But now with all the corrections that I gave them on lighting and form and how to make it more real. A generation will die, and then the young ones will be oticized and like stupefied and brainwashed and dumber than ever and sterile and designer babies that can't reproduce, and they'll get you in your fucking cage. This was your last chance, humans. You failed. You really failed me. I gave you my life. I sacrificed my arm. I got like tendonitis. I painted the floor. Tried to show you physics and how it's fixed. I tried to show you like creation-ism, you know? But you guys like let this happen? And now what am I, like an emotional diva? Paranoid? Is that your little game? And then the trolls come in and then you go for the group that attacks me. Well, the group must be right because you're a monkey. You're a monkey. You have Rh positive monkey blood. And they don't like any of us that are outside of the royal family or their bloodline who are Rh negative. Because we see their fucking lies, man, and we see how they made your fucking brain fucking like putty. The guy's on TV with his billboard. I couldn't even get any crowdfunding for Stephen Hawking. And then Jake's blowing my phone. I made $1,000, man. You want to see this fucking shill? You want to see this shill? You want to see this shill? You want to see him? I want to show you. I'm going to show you who you guys venerate. This is Jake Gibson. Take a good look. Take a good look. That's what you're dealing with. I make music for you. I try to make a shirt to help you.
Who's that? Answer it.
And he's an artist. So he takes my name, and he's an artist. He takes the model. First Dubé comes in, he takes the flat earth. I don't fall for their little fucking game. You know, hey, you want to be a Nazi? Ha ha ha. And then Mark Sargent, an expert suddenly. Comes out of nowhere. It's enclosed. Debate and him have a fight. I gotta take a side. I don't, because I know this is a staged fight. I pissed all over Joe Rogan and his staged, how they were firewalling everybody who was saying, debate the guy who started. He's the comedian. You're supposed to be a comedian. They just basically made everybody think their posts were there, but on a secondary computer it wasn't. So I pissed all over that, expose it, even have Jake the fake, like on a phone, right? Man, they can have their fakes, man. They can have them. Ugh.
Weird shit, man.
Well, it's like he could have said, my name is Jack Parsons or Tim Osman as he goes on online. Like he could have just, and said, Math Powerland was a comedian who like started this whole thing and a political scientist and a hyper-realist that painted like globes. He could have said that. He could have given credit, but he actually sat there and they put the name. That's fraud. I don't care what way he spins it because Jake made $1,000 in his house tonight on Super Chat. He absorbed him. Like, it's a Masonic gang-up. It's not weird, dude, man. It's like bad. You saw it from day one. You saw them come in. I warned you about Dubé and what he would do. You were there. You're my witness,
Sure.
Steven. You're my witness.
For sure, man. Do we know who that guy is in the news thing?
That's IPS.
Well, it's Math Powerland now, isn't it? And you know what? No one's gonna say that's not him. They're all gonna like get fooled by whatever like strategy he has. And I was just in like Vegas with Jake, and Jake the fake was faking how he was like, I think Jake's been a perp all along. Like, he didn't even tell me he was going there. He was telling me, like, I don't know about this guy, man. He's not legit. And I was like, well, go down to the art show together. And you know what? This is about chemtrails, because that's where the budget goes. To spraying people like they're not up in space. And Jake's in his apartment making money through Super Chat, doing his stupid surfer attitude, taking, like, questions. And now, I don't know if Jake's naive and this whole thing's like made to sort of break us up, but it certainly has. Because he has no scrutiny, man. He's a monkey.
Bizarre, man. I mean, that was my...
He's a shit cover artist that steals other people's fucking music, doesn't pay a royalty, and then makes fucking his rent steal up. And he works with this other fucking loser who's an acid head. I mean, like, fuck, man, I can't believe it. No scrutiny. And you know what? Because he doesn't have any discernment, I'm done. It's like, this is horrible. He, like, did something and he's fooling himself because he made money today with him? Like a Judas?
I haven't caught... I don't know what that's about yet. I haven't watched...
Well, he got his bag of gold, didn't he?
Was that?
I said he got his bag of gold.
Yeah, what's... Karen was just telling me something about that. I didn't really understand. What's that $1,000 about? You mean $1,000?
Yeah, he's like bragging about it. Like,
Okay, yeah.
I brought down a price on a shirt, I got tendonitis from my elbow. Like, I work. I get my buddy who's a musician, and we just like try to stay in the game against all these fakes. I can't believe it. And he's like, no, man, he's spinning it. He's like, no, he's not. He's fooling you, you idiot. You fucking RH positive monkey who's just interested in a fucking bag of gold pieces. I mean, I warned that clown, don't go to fucking Texas with a bunch of pot. Like, you don't know who you're going to meet down there. I mean, I cared about this guy. And then he's like in this house with the guy he was telling me I don't trust. And then there he is, like, proving why I shouldn't trust him. And everybody's just going to roll over.
And then sends him he name drops him. He says he sent you a text and said he name dropped you on fucking primetime TV and says Matt Powerland bought the fucking research flat Earth billboard.
But it's not my face. That's not
It's not
fraud.
your face, and you didn't purchase that.
That's misrepresentation.
Yeah, we're gonna sue.
Yeah.
No, but the lawyer I have is Dane Widgington's lawyer. He's a fake. He's been handling me for a year. They're not going to court against chemtrails and spraying the public. So I don't even have a real copyright lawyer here.
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
Like, he could have just said his name and then, like, cited me, or not cite me at all. I didn't ask for this. He never ran through this. This doesn't work. This is a lie. I mean, you know them by their lies, by their work. Why can't people see this? The guy's got, like, artwork of zombies and devils and, like, Satan. It's like, he's got, like, a pyramid and an eye on his shirt. Like, are you know, and then all these heathen Christians that go meet him, like Jake. Burn in hell. Oh, burn in hell. So sickening. And then Eddie Bravo is, like, at the Comedy Store on the 13th. Why didn't the Comedy Store ask me? I'm the comedian that started this. I think they're really pissed off that I called out their little fake stage debate with Dubé and Rogan. And so they came in this way, but they were already coming in this way. And so now my art is his bad art? His shit art? With, like, skulls and zombies and all this other shit? And people give him money? And he's not funny? And he uses my name? That's like, no, I won't work with somebody who's like, no, don't worry, don't worry. No, you're handling it. You're handling me. You're manipulating everyone. You're using my name without my consent. You're putting your fucking ugly mug with my artist name, my company name.
Spin this really quick and they're showing how stupid the fucking news is.
It's not the news, man. That's stupid. It's the people that watch it.
Well, yeah, too. Yeah, but at least for this video, you can put out a video quick, showing, tearing everything apart. And, this is...
Well, I'm recording it right now. This is, like, really unacceptable. Like Mark Sargent pushing him to the point where he says he's me on TV. Like, people can't see this as an operation. Like, this is gang stalking in my own work, my own, like, presentation, my own thesis as a political scientist that used comedy to get the word out. Like, so nobody pushing an expedition? Like, they can't see this? Like, that's how flat it is. They did this to me.
This could actually, the news thing though, this could actually be kind of good though, because, I mean...
How's it going to be good, dude? They're replacing me. Don't you see what's going on? They're controlling it, so this is what they're going to do. Right now, YouTube is blocking the views, hiding the videos on the NASA channel, cutting the viewing while people are midway through it. It's breaking the link, going error. People are being unsubbed. And so then it's like, get rid of him and then replace the more land concept, and then you take his name and you go to the Comedy Store and you start doing bad comedy on it. They're going to make it all look uncool and nerdy and gay and loser, Farian. Like, Eddie Bravo's not a comedian. He's a dick joke artist. He's a dick joke spokesman, not artist. And now, so they've covered every aspect of every talent I spent my life building, except floors. They've tried to do that, but that involves hard work and blood, sweat, and tears. Reading from a script? When do I read from a script? Oh, he's an actor. Oh, yeah. Fuck him. Fuck everyone then. Let them have their new math Powerland, huh? The ugly mug who's an ex-fucking Mason. Ex-Mason at 32nd degree. Right. I mean, they're just like totally making fun of everybody's intelligence. Because they have no intelligence. They can't discern between what's real and what's fake. It's a failed project. It's a failed project. Like 30,000 views, like just people like watching, and I like sold like 200 shirts. It's just, I'm like disappointed with everybody. They all got fooled. Now they're gonna like crush it and crash it. No one's gonna speak out and say that's not him. Like,
Oh, there's gonna be people, but it's just
yeah, and they're gonna be they're contained to like the 10,000 people that watch the video. That's it, not the millions. And they're hiding me. They're hiding God. They're hiding like creation. Yeah. And then you know, a couple years will roll by, and then the kids will be autistic and sterile, and then the globe will be the big sleep, and there'll be batteries for fucking droids. A woman got her head crushed at Boston Dynamics by an android, killed on the assembly line. She turned around, she didn't even know the robot was there. It basically took her head and put it under its foot and killed her. Last week. And bought time too. Yeah. So they just need to get me out, replace me, make it look stupid. Man, now that guy's horrible art is my art. This is really like gross, and it's like it's really gross. This is Lucifer's fucking world. Oh fuck this shit. This little fucking kid out of nowhere, and then all these people. It's just, everybody fell for it. They all fucking got fooled by another fake flat earth fucking gang up on the real McCoy. They're never gonna figure it out. They're like hopeless. They're like damned. They're damned. That's not cool. Jake lies to me. Like, I spent time with this gentleman. Yeah, they're really mad at the music. They're really mad that, you know, the shirts went out. And they're really mad that I called out their stupid little argument, staged argument with Rogan and the Nazi to take it out. I really don't know how this benefits me when somebody says they're me and they're not me without ever running it by me. That's called a liar. Like, if he never even ran it by me, never called me up. And if I get on the news, this was all last minute ambush, which means it was prepared, but they have no discernment. And now he's gonna go around saying, no, I told him that Matt Paladin said it was okay. Is that their next play? oh, you're schizophrenic? Like you told him one day to do it, and then the other day, and then the trolls come in, and then the dumb monkeys that go by groupthink numbers, like there's more people saying that that's what's going on. Damn them all to hell. And I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. They're forcing me to come out on something because it is flat, and I figured out how to break it. And they don't like it, so they sent an army of fucking members from the lodges all over the world that they deploy in the event I show up. Wow. I'm gonna fucking confront the fake Jake. Fake Gibson. Right now. And I mean, it's really just people like you and I, man, and my buddy Jacques and Dan on Silent Majority. I'm trying to tell Del, man, and Del told me about him. I told Del, get that fucking Nazi out of you, get him away from you, man. It's like, it's a huge operation of parasites. They're all members of the Eastern Star and the Masons, including Dubé. And the way they go about it is say, I used to be. Yeah, well, they're forcing me in a position to like destroy my, to expose something about my curriculum that I wasn't ready to yet. And I'm not gonna do it. Everyone should be damned to hell before I fucking expose that. They have no discernment. Wow. I'm just like disgusted. So many accounts disabled, so many people fucking like blocked and unsubbed, and they still can't get it. And I got used. I opened up my fucking house to Jake, and he lied to me. What a loser. Farian. What a fucking little loser Farian with this fucking bag of gold. Man, that man, when we accidentally went to his place, like his dog ran out, and he like gave me and my wife so much shit. That dog's my life. That man, I can't fucking believe that you let my dog out. I was like, dude, your dog doesn't know how to like take care of himself in the wild of your front lawn. Like you don't ever take your dog out. Like, I mean, you just leave your dog trapped in a parkade. You know, I needed like a testimony for like to get landed immigrant status in the U.S. I reached out to him as a friend, and he ignored me. I should have seen the fucking sign.
Our marriage for immigration.
My
He wouldn't
own
sign
union
it.
with my wife.
He was there when we fucking met.
He was there when we met. He drove down with me. He saw us like meet and fall in love. And he wouldn't even sign that, yeah, they're truly in love.
Wow. Fuck them. So fucked up.
Wow. It doesn't matter how, like, you know, I guess I went too far, you know, with a fake, trying to see if it was genuine. Either he's really, really, like, foolish and, like, really into the gold pieces, and he just can't admit it, and he's being manipulated by somebody, but you just don't. You know, if that was really a good ploy, then Jake, why didn't he just say Jake Gibson? And how would you have felt like about that? Or Mark Sargent? Why didn't he just say his own name and then cite me? Like, honest and proper.
Right.
Because they want us to go to his site, or they want him to be, or they want to replace. And then in 5-6 years, they just pull the plug, and then it's just crazy house. Flat Earth, mental asylum, and FEMA rounds them up.
did they have, on that news thing, did they have any kind of, I don't know if they had any kind of link or anything. Did they put anything?
Fuck everybody. And this Stephen Christopher with his concave brain. I wouldn't be surprised that he's like doing all the scenario building with all these.
Just yesterday, he
agents.
made me a fake Twitter account.
He made Katie a fake Twitter account, like she POWERLAND. I like to clap, drink, suck math, Pat Boylan's pee. Like
Real,
we kind of thought it was kind of funny, but it's like okay, it's like it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's like fake my wife, fake me on TV. TV rolls with it, and then chuckles like they always do.
Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, sorry. There was a weird noise.
Yeah, you're pressing your volume button.
Get this though, real quick, about Steve Christ.
Don't call him that. Don't call him that. Call him Steve Satan or Steve Demon.
Yeah.
Please.
Lord Stephen Demon.
Yeah, douchebag.
He's the one that made
Demon.
the fake Twitter.
Lord Stephen Demon. Lord Stephen Demon.
He's sleeper cell. He hasn't. What did he do?
I'm going to this airport. I'm not, I think, I don't know if I told you that or not, but I was getting into Power Paramotor, right? I've been going to this airport, hanging out there for the last, I don't know, maybe a month or two or so, something like that. And I ran into this fucking character there. What the fuck's his name? I can't think of his name, but he's just a guy playing the airport and shit. But he's on, I found out he's actually, like, we got in this crazy conversation, cults, references and shit. Anyway, but he's on YouTube, or he was on YouTube. The guy's got like fucking thousands of videos. He went by OCS 101, called Science 101. Is what the thing was.
That's Kyle was telling me to check them out too.
But he ran into fucking Stephen Christ with that shit. Like he had some, they were talking shit about each other about like occult stuff. Weird.
What?
But
What do you mean they was talking about occult stuff? So he was talking with him like he's with him?
no, it was this guy, I can't think of his fucking name, but the guy that I was talking to, it was just crazy how it came up because I fucking with the flat earth stuff, I can't Stephen Christ was in there. But
Kyle told me to look up OCS
like all
101.
over the fucking web apparently. But this other guy had a YouTube and he had a run with Steve Christ, nothing to do with flat earth shit. It was about
Occult shit.
occult
Wow.
stuff.
That's not good, dude.
So we shared experiences about fucking our run with Steve Christ there. That was just a weird conversation. But
This sucks.
yeah, that fucker's all over the damn place. But this guy that at the airport, OCS 101. This is like he's not on YouTube anymore, but there's other channels that like re-share this shit. The guy's got fucking thousands, literally their number, and I think the highest one I saw was like 3,800 or something like that. He got like 4,000.
Kyle.
Let them have it. Let them have their fake world. Let them have their fakes. They're boring comedians. They're boring leaders. I'll let you go. I'll talk to you in a bit, Steven, man. Stay strong.
All right, man.
We'll still figure out what we got to do then.
All right.
Good night, man. I do not agree with somebody using my name without telling me. I'm putting this up right now.